Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Life According to Nikki. For today's episode, we have another guest. We have my friend Meg Fowler, now Meg Mortensen, because she is married. We went with Zoom today as our audio, and it worked out much better. Sorry to Annie. Now I know. You will get to know her. I do an entire intro and explaining who she is to me and who she should be to all of you, which by the end of the podcast will be the coolest person that you know, so get ready for that. And just as a little FYI, we talked for 4 hours. I had to condense that down to be just the hour that you're about to listen to, but if you want more content, I can definitely do an extended edition. So reach out to me and let me know if that's something you would like. I know people who actually get paid to do this stuff, they have episodes that are longer on Patreon, but for now, since I'm doing this for free, just DM me if you want more. As far as the outline for today's episode, it's slightly different than normal. We just kind of dove right in and started chit-chatting, and then I backtracked about 20 minutes in, and that's when we start talking about the shows that she's been watching. So if you usually skip that section of my podcast, just know that is in the middle this time instead of at the beginning. But other than that, I don't think there's any real warnings I need to give. If you happen to be listening to this with kids in the car, we do talk about menstrual cycles in the section where we talk about hills we'll die on. There's your warning on that, just in case you needed it. But without further ado, let's meet Meg.
Are we kidding? Oh my gosh, I love that.
Loud and clear.
Thank heavens, man, I'm sweating.
Me too, but I'm always sweating. Some people had the acne thing. Others had, I don't know, other problems. Mine was always my sweat glands just out of control. I think this is a good place to start.
Do your hands sweat?
No, I'm not clammy.
Oh, mine do. Bad. Like, you
good.
can literally, my hands shine from just like beads of sweat. They look sparkly.
You're a vampire.
Yes, very much so. Just on my palms, though.
I would take sweaty palms over sweaty pits, though, because that doesn't affect your clothes choices.
True. I get nervous sweats. Like, you can feel your, like, sweat glands start to open up, and it kind of just, do you know what I'm talking about?
Do I live in
Okay.
that every moment of every day. Whether I'm freezing cold or burning hot, I'm sweating the same.
Dang, dude. I feel like I know you so much more now.
Well, that's why I can only wear really like black or cardigans or heavy patterns.
Oh, gotcha. So gray is just out the window.
Any color.
Yeah.
That's why I have no personal style. I can't. As a teenager, I was like, this is the worst thing. Like, I had friends. I'm particularly thinking of one of my best friends. Hers was acne, right? I never really struggled with acne, which, I've never really washed my face before, so it doesn't feel fair. But it was fair.
It's not fair. I feel like the first thing I noticed about you was your amazing skin. I told you that. I'm like, wow, you have flawless skin.
But was it worth the trade-off of never being able to wear color? I don't know.
I will say the grass is greener on the other side of the fence. So
Always is. You want to know one of my most embarrassing stories ever?
tell me, please.
Okay. Ooh, buckle in.
Oh, I'm buckled.
I've always been a sweater, and it's really just the pits. It's not a little bit on the forehead, maybe.
Mm-hmm. So not like the back? Not your back?
Nowhere else.
Okay.
Just the pits.
Okay.
And again, doesn't matter what temperature I am. There's no amount of being cold enough that's going to make it stop. It doesn't have anything to do with my body temperature. I'm just always sweaty.
Oh, man.
No, it's awful. But when I was a teenager, I found out in junior high that in high school, the uniforms were gray for PE.
Oh.
And it was co-ed. So.
Stop. Who planned that?
Idiots did.
Ooh, idiots.
Like, honestly, people who want to torture teenagers, that's who planned that. Like, some evil dictator adult
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
you want to know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make PE co-ed and make them all wear gray cotton.
Wow, that is
So,
next level.
obviously, that wasn't going to happen. Like, there was no way that I was going to take a PE class with a boy and have gray.
Absolutely not.
I couldn't even do it in front of other girls. Like, I was so humiliated. So I took for 2 years in a row. I was in summer school PE with my best friend Carrie because I convinced her because she also has sweating problems. She related. We were besties. So we missed the first day of PE because we had girls' camp. So we came in on day 2. Had we been there the first day, I would have known that we were going to do the entire fitness test that day. But I didn't know that because we missed the first day. So we show up and I show up in my brand new from Walmart. You know that athletic material that shows sweat perfectly and does not go away? Yeah, bright pink.
Right.
Whereas my friend Carrie, she's wearing tie-dye.
Genius. So smart. She thought that out for sure.
She did.
Okay.
And we had it where our middle school was 7th, 8th, and 9th. So this is me going into technically my sophomore year. Yeah.
Sophomore, yeah. Dang, I didn't know that. Is that all of Utah?
I don't know. It's just my school, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
But anyways, so I'm thinking to myself, this is awesome. I'm just in here with a bunch of people who flunked. So I'm going to try really hard. And I'm going to get so fit and skinny. And I'm going to be just snatched for 10th grade. Yeah, well, I had that.
Yeah, you were feeling yourself for sure.
I was like, I'm going to do a fitness plan.
Watch out, high school boys.
Exactly. Yeah, the hormones were raging and I was ready to change. So I go in day 1 of PE for me.
Like the confidence was next level.
It was.
Going into that. Like you were ready to dominate.
So we walk in, our coach, first off, he looked like Adam Levine with no tattoos. He was way too attractive to be teaching high school.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was just really confused.
Yeah.
He ended up being so fun and awesome. Of course. We were his TA later in life.
Amazing.
We were there. There was 8 people in this class. Every other person had flunked out of PE from other schools. I didn't even know any of these kids. So we take the entire fitness test, which you were homeschooled. You don't know this, but usually the fitness test, it was split up into like sections. You would do the pacer test, which is you like run back and forth with this terrible beeping that makes you increase your speed when you're tired. Yeah. That was horrible. You do push-ups. I'm out there running the mile and the track team's like practicing. It's 8 a.m. I run a 14-minute mile about to throw up. But I was giving it my honest effort.
Love it.
The whole entire thing. And I'm sweating. I am sweating. But I didn't care. There was something new that I didn't know about high school and the fitness test. Because this never happened in junior high. I did the mile. I did the pacer. We did push-ups. We did sit-ups. We did the sit and reach. We did it all. I'm pooped. I'm good to go. Like, class is over.
Yeah.
Until the coach says, all right, class, last thing we got to do is the pull-up test.
Oh, no. That is messed up, saving that for last.
So how our gym was set up, there was a cardio room and then a bunch of windows and then the weight room. In the weight room was the entire sophomore basketball team. The boys' basketball team.
No.
With my crush.
No. You said your PE teacher was cool. This is not cool.
Yeah, up until that moment, he was. He was the coolest guy around.
With your crush?
The whole freaking reason that I took summer school PE was to avoid this exact scenario of working out in front of boys.
And he's got front row seats.
I'm looking through those windows. And I'm like, I'm sorry. The entire sophomore basketball team is in there. We can't be going in the same room as them. Yeah. Do you see my shirt? Do you see my shirt?
Bright pink.
Bright pink. So I am hyperventilating, about to pass out as we walk in. At that exact moment, their coach goes, all right, boys, take a break. They all put down their weight. And I somehow get elected to go first. Here was my logic. Remember, this is 9th grade going into 10th grade me.
Oh, yeah.
I know for a fact that the moment I raise my arms, the tacos of sweat underneath, you can see them with my arms down. That's how much I was sweating.
Oh, I
Well,
didn't even think about that.
and the bar is
Like,
so high that you have to
so
like jump.
exposed.
You have to jump to get to it. Arms fully
Yeah.
extended. My crush is sitting in the machine right across from the pull-up bar because of course he was.
Of
Of
course.
course he was. I'm looking at him, direct line of sight. I decide my strategy is I'm gonna grab the bar and pull up really fast. So that way my armpit sweat is gonna be less noticeable.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's where it all went wrong. I go, jump up, and I overshoot, hit the nose, back down, but it actually gets worse. Believe it or not. This was like my top embarrassing story for years.
No.
Take 2. Now, I have no justification for what I did and why I did it. I think I might have had a psychotic episode in this moment.
I mean, I wouldn't blame you.
They're all still laughing from take 1. I go for take 2, and I jump and out loud.
Don't even say it. Don't do this to me.
I go,
Don't do this to
what'd
me.
you say what my sister made? I said, and then I drop.
Oh my
And
gosh.
my coach has a timer, and he goes, 2 seconds. So I have to go a third time with the crush right there, my ginormous, sweaty armpits. I didn't get over that for a long time.
I think if I witnessed that, I would have fallen in love with you. I would have been like, this girl is hilarious. I want her in my life forever.
Think teenage boy that's like, this girl sweat so badly. She went, what do you think my friends are gonna make my head? And dropped.
That was a journey that I felt like I just took with you.
And I just sweat through my whole shirt telling that story.
I'm like getting secondhand embarrassment. Oh, there it is.
I just lifted my arms to show my sweat stains under my shirt. This is brand new. I put this on 2 minutes ago when we started the call. Listen, it's my cross to bear. It's this hidden thing that I have that nobody knows that I suffer with. And
now everyone knows.
I feel like I'm at that point in life where I don't give a crap anymore. You can know. We all got our things. Sure. I really am excited to get to a place where I can just like wear color and think that I can lift up my arms and have, pit stains. It's fine. We're not there yet, but I'm okay with people knowing that I'm sweating.
That was amazing.
Meg, let's just start all over. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So much better now that you're here. We should probably start with how we know each other, where we met, little about you.
Once upon a time, I got home from my mission, kind of feeling like, what do I do next? And one of my cousins, I'll just say names so it doesn't get confusing. Sophia got home from teaching English to little kids in China. She was telling me about it, and I was like, wow, that sounds like an amazing experience. And you get paid to do it. You basically get to live there for free and have a little bit of extra cash to spend on the side, I was never really into going to visit, like China. No, thank you. Like scary, terrifying. First off, and I never left the country before that. Looked into it a little bit more, and then I talked to Elliot, my other cousin, who owned the company. He reached out to me, we talked about it, and then I just kind of made the spur of the moment decision to just do it. And then he tells me like, oh, you'll be living in an apartment, you'll have roommates. Okay, do I know these people? No. Do I know anyone in China? Absolutely not. Everyone thought I was crazy, by the way. My whole family was like, do not do it. Do not. People were reaching out to me from my home ward, and they were like, no, people disappear in China. Don't do it. But I had a really good feeling about it.
Yeah, same.
So it's like, I won't ever have another opportunity to do it. So Elliot picked me up from the airport, and we took the trains back to the apartment, and you were there.
There I was.
It was incredible, just getting to know you. I was so nervous about who my roommate was going to be because it could have been terrible. You're stuck with this person, and this is the only person that you know in China.
Yeah, in a foreign country where you don't speak the language.
Yeah, it was a huge leap of faith to just. Elliot showed me around. We started hitting it off really fast.
Hours after we met, Elliot was like, let's go to Disneyland. We got passes with our job.
Yes.
Year-long passes to Disney, and it was like 15 minutes from our apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And so Elliot was like, yeah, let's hit up Disney. We can get you guys your passes. It was like finding a long lost sister.
It really was.
Like
It was like platonically falling in love.
Yes.
I don't know how else to explain it.
It was friendship at first sight.
It was really, truly amazing. I think about China, and my biggest blessing from it is you, most definitely.
Meg, I feel the same way. We went to Disney, and it was as we were at Disney that I started getting like a sore throat. I wasn't feeling great.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I was not feeling great that day, but this was your first day. So, and I wanted to go to Disney, obviously. Technically, I had been in Asia for a month because I went to Thailand and Vietnam with my friend Jatil. Then she flew home and I flew to my apartment in China.
And the smog is so incredibly bad there. Any foreigners that go and stay for any period of time, they hit the 2-week mark, and that's when you get sick because of the smog, because of the pollution, because it is so bad. And you're not used to it.
I got Shanghai lung so bad. Just a chronic cough.
Yeah, that was
for 6 months.
that was terrible.
But see, to me, when I think of you, I think of an angel because we went to Disney together. I was so excited to get a roommate. I feel like we were hitting it off. And then I fall deathly ill that night.
Yeah.
I don't remember feeling that sick except when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I remember waking up in the middle of the night with full body chills. I was nauseous. I was going to the bathroom. Like,
you were so sick.
I was so sick. And we were together in the same room. And we were brand new strangers who had just met. And I wanted to make a good impression on my new roommate. I was like, oh my gosh, she is going to think I am this needy person. Like, I am just this sickling. The next day was Sunday. So you guys went to church. I stayed home. And you made me toast. You got home. You like got me anything that I needed. And I just remember being like, God sent me, Meg, this angel to live with. I felt like the Good Samaritan. I was the one on the street left for dead, and along came you. Oh, it was amazing. And you made me soup. You were amazing. And from that moment on, and there was not one moment where I wasn't having the time of my life after that.
Honestly, I cannot imagine a better roommate. If you were not a good roommate, it wouldn't have been a very good experience for me. I mean, it would have been good, but it was amazing because of you.
So stinking fun. Can we talk about Shanghai Disney for a second?
Yeah, let's do it.
I hope by the end of people listening to my podcast, if this becomes a big thing, I want China to get on people's bucket list as a place to go. Because it's so fun and I had such a positive experience. I have so many great things to say about it. But Shanghai Disney truly was when I fulfilled a childhood dream. And I think I healed a part of myself. I didn't know it needed to be healed. I was never a Disney kid growing up.
Me either. Definitely not.
Yeah,
Nickelodeon was my thing.
I was a national parks kid. I got that national parks little merit badge, Forester.
Adorable.
Anyways, we would go to Disney a few times a week because we would have extra time during the day.
And we had the passes. It didn't matter. We would go to Disney just for that cookie.
Talk about the cookies.
Okay, China does not do sweets. They don't. Like the Asian food, desserts, they're not anything to write home about, you know? They would mix savory with sweet, which some people would love that, but not me. It was bizarre. Durian? Yeah. Horrible.
Disgusting.
Horrible. It smelled like decaying horse or something. It was terrible.
What I hated was occasionally you would come by a treat. It looked like a brownie. Or it looked like a piece of cake. Looked like it had mad potential to be so good.
Their aesthetic for food, phenomenal. They made things look so good.
And then
you just were like, I need to try that.
You would spend your 50 cents. Thank goodness things were cheap. And so then the disappointment hit a little less hard. And you take your bite into what you think is going to be just this beautifully fluffy cake.
Velvety, chocolatey.
In every freaking cookie
Oh,
and cake and pastry was this
oh.
disgusting dirt tasting
Mhm.
red bean paste.
It was terrible. It was not, it was worse than beans. Like, it was disgusting. It ruined so much. And they would sneak it in there. You think you don't like oatmeal raisin cookies? Good night. Like, I will eat oatmeal raisin cookies 1,000 times over.
Before you'll go for a red bean paste filled
Yeah.
brownie. I was like, no, there's no entry point. There's no way that has red bean paste in it. There's no
Yes.
holes. There's
Yes.
no way they got it in there.
Yes.
I'm looking at it. I'm examining the whole thing. I was like, there is
Dude, they were
no
crafty.
so gross. And as someone with a very strong sugar addiction, it was really hard. It
For
was
sure.
hard. So
For sure.
we would travel 15 minutes to Disney just for a cookie.
Yeah, that cookie, phenomenal. It had like 5 different kinds of chocolate on it. It was huge. It was like the size of our face.
I'm getting teary-eyed just thinking about how beautiful that was.
Me too. Because we were deprived of actual sweets, you
Yes.
know, like the food. Phenomenal. Next level. Wow. Great. Great food. Desserts, we needed them. And
Well-
that cookie filled so much. Yeah, there's lots of trial and error trying to figure out which ones don't have red bean in them.
For real.
They had them in drinks, guys. There was not a
So
safe
good.
place. It wasn't just desserts. It was
Mm-mm.
drinks. It was food. It was everywhere.
Anytime I was just like feeling a little low, we'd hit up Disney, hear the songs, and then we'd eat that cookie and we'd go to Cheesecake Factory because they had a
Yes.
cheesecake factory on the property. Oh, just a slice of
Wow.
America.
I never got homesick. People are like, I visited China and all I wanted was a burger. You know, we had that. We had the best of both worlds. We were obsessed. We were Disney girls. I've never in my life been a Disney person.
Same.
And after that, I still am not. But there was just something about that. We were Disney girls.
We were, and it felt good.
Yeah. Club 33.
Yeah, we got
We
in.
did. Mm-hmm. Thank
Here's
you,
the-
Disney Annie.
There was someone in our church congregation. She worked at Disney
Mhm.
World and then she got a job in China teaching English for Disney English. And because of her status, she ended up getting a pass to Club 33 and she also got, free passes and stuff because Shanghai Disney was only 3 years old at the time. And it's really not a big thing in China. They didn't really know the nostalgia. No one was riding the rides.
Disney
So-
was very new.
So I had never heard of pin trading. I didn't know what this was, but Disney Annie introduced us. And because nobody knew about it, these were all like custom, some limited edition pins, $50 pins. And we were in
Yeah.
China. So we got a huge package of 50 for like $4. So we
Yeah.
would buy these packages straight from the manufacturer, like down the street. We were working in the same building.
Yeah.
And then we would just make a day of pin trading for
Mhm.
these custom, super detailed. The Disney people would freak out if they saw what pins we got for free.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And the employees would get so excited because they had all of these pins and no one to trade with. And we would come home like the little nerds we were, and we would lay out all of our new pins on our bed, and we would look at them.
It was like Halloween night.
It really was. Just I went to Disney once.
Yes.
I'll give my parents credit. We did go to Disney when I was like
Yeah.
7. I don't remember it really. I made up for any lost childhood memory by going to Disney like 30 something times.
We would take all of our friends too. That was so fun. We really did take advantage of it, but I wish we did it more.
Oh,
You know?
absolutely. Here's the last thing I'm going to say. It was so nice having somebody else who's a world traveling homebody. Because I think for a lot of people, especially when I say, oh, I've lived in all these places, they automatically assume that I'm a certain type of way. And
Yeah,
they-
just very adventurous, very out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always
Me?
have something planned.
Would you describe me as adventurous, Meg?
I mean, I would no.
No, you lived with me in a foreign country.
Yeah.
So I think you would be the one to say, absolutely not.
Respectfully, no.
I don't think people understand just how lazy I am. I just wanted to watch Netflix with a different view out my window. That's why I live in other countries. I don't vacation. I want zero pressure to do anything other
Yeah.
than sit at home.
Yeah. That's why it was so great. Our pairing.
It was amazing because we would just stay home all week. We would only go out to go to Disney.
Mm-hmm.
We would order food every
Yeah.
day, and then occasionally on the weekends, we would pretend like we were adventurous
I know.
because our friends wanted to meet up.
Yes.
We would do one activity,
Mm-hmm.
and then we would shut ourselves in watching movies.
We would plan excursions, you know?
We went to the Great Wall.
Yeah, we did.
We watched quite a few movies in Beijing.
Yep.
We watched movies in Hong Kong. It was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
So, have you seen anything recently?
I've been kind of like rewatching stuff with Neil. I feel like I have to say this just because it's such a big thing right now, and I am such a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the show, the animated series.
Yeah.
That is the best. It's perfect. Doesn't matter what age you are hooked onto it. I can watch that series over and over again and not be bored.
That's another one that I really want to experience with someone because I've never seen it. I know all the pitches for it, and I am so willing to try that one. When I'm dating a guy, I guess a fantasy of mine is us watching that together.
Aww.
Wouldn't that be cute? And he gets to be the one that shows that to me, you know?
Aww.
Yeah, I think it'd be
like
romantic.
share it together. So romantic. And it is such a good one, too. You can geek over it. It is just. So I'm watching the live action. I'm struggling with it. I'm not gonna lie. I went into it very open. I did. You know, when you are like a really big fan of the animated series, you can kind of get like stuck into the, I guess, nostalgia of it because I watched it as a child. And so I tried to be as open-minded as possible, and I was excited for it. But I am just struggling to connect with the characters. And I'm trying to see them as like a new perspective of it. So I'm not like dead set on it being the same, like following the storyline perfectly, but I feel like the acting is not great. It's kind of dry. It's just not giving what it needs to, and I'm kind of disappointed.
That is a bummer. I am very sorry to hear that. The animated series is still there for you.
Yes, absolutely, and it's making me want to watch the animated series again. It really is.
Go rewatch.
Thank you.
Yeah, at this point in time, there are certain things that I haven't seen that I kind of just want to experience with a male present. You know?
Like a significant other, for sure.
Like
for sure.
The Mission Impossibles, never seen them.
Okay.
The Dark Knight, Batman.
Yeah. Oh, I hate for you to live your life any longer without watching that, but you know.
Hey, listen, it's not up to me, it's up to God. At this point. Yeah.
It's in God's hands.
If he wants me to watch Dark Knight, then I'm gonna need him to provide
I can respect that.
I'm funny, I'm lazy, I sweat a lot.
Whole package.
But I can make a mean pot sticker.
Whole package. Wifey material right there.
Right here.
This is an old one, but I've been watching it for the first time. Breaking Bad.
I have not seen that one.
Yes. Yeah, it's on Netflix. It is phenomenal. It's very intense.
1 to 10 scale.
I haven't finished it. You know, I don't think I could rank it until I'm done with it because it's all about how it ends, you know?
100%.
But it has really, really good scores. People love it.
I've heard a lot about it. I watched Prison Break in, a day. And I was like, what is happening? My heart is racing. Can't seem to catch my breath. I feel terrified for no reason.
Yeah.
I started describing my symptoms and I was like, I think this is anxiety. It was brought on by Prison Break. And I found out I can't handle that type of suspense.
Okay. Maybe this isn't the show for you then. Yeah,
I was describing it to a friend and she was like, yeah, that's how I feel daily. That's why I'm on anxiety medication.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't believe
you live your life.
You live like this. It honestly blew my mind. I was like, I didn't get it. I still obviously don't fully get it. To anybody that has anxiety, I don't want to be like insensitive to that, obviously. But dead serious, I have never felt that way before. And
what?
I never want to feel that way again.
Really?
Yeah,
I was so interesting.
Prison Break gave me so much anxiety. I was so scared of what was going to happen or what wasn't going to happen.
I'm going to watch that because I want to know.
I think you might like it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's because I hate surprises. So don't lead me on and then have a whole plan only for everything in the plan to go awry at the last second. You're about to get caught. Your life's on the line.
You would hate Breaking Bad. It's funny. It's a darker humor. It's for sure like really funny, but it is intense.
I'll let you know if I ever feel in the mood to test my capacity again. I'll let you know if I try. Oh my
gosh. You know, I was going to bring up another show, but I don't think I even will because it is so much worse.
Okay, wait, which one?
The Last of Us.
I've been told by people to watch that.
You would die dead.
Isn't there a second season coming out?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, I don't like to do things that are unfinished either.
Yeah, you just like to binge the entire thing, right?
Yep. Gobble, gobble.
Yeah, it is rough waiting for the seasons. I will lose interest because it's taking like 4 years. It is getting out of control.
It is. And with that whole writer's strike that they had, which I respect them for, but it did affect my life.
Absolutely.
Theirs probably a bit more, but I did feel the impact.
Yeah.
And then you got freaking Shonda Rhimes over here being like, I'm going to release Bridgerton in a 2-part, 1-month separation.
Yeah, what's up with those?
These money
that it's just like, why? I know. So messed up.
Yeah. Are you a Bridgerton person?
I like it. I have to be in the right mood for like romance. I do.
She's a girl's girl. Your yes to that was just so relatable. Like, obviously, I watch Bridgerton. Meg, tell us a bit about your family dynamics. I just want you to know all of this was extremely shocking information for me to find out because you are so cool.
Oh my gosh.
So cool. It's not like you were some like popular person because when I think of high school, it's like, oh, the popular kids, like, oh, whatever. No, you were the like super cool person that everyone wishes they could be in their circle that's nice to everybody, but you're like never going to be on their level. That is you.
Wow. Honestly, I'm so glad this is recorded because I can go back to that and listen to it over and over again when I'm feeling really down because that is an amazing compliment.
You are so awesome. So when I found out what you're about to say, honestly, I've never been the same. And it still doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Go for it. Tell us about how you grew up, Meg.
Where do I even start? It's so normal to me. And I understand that it's not normal for people. And I genuinely do not feel like a cool person. I feel like I'm an interesting person because of my circumstances, I guess, like who I'm surrounded by. But for me, I'm just like little plain Jane old Meg living in this life and it's just happening. I'm just there, you know?
Right.
I am number 11 of 12. I grew up homeschooled and on a 40-acre ranch in Northern California, up in the kind of foothills mountain area. Yeah, my life was pretty crazy. Doesn't feel crazy to me because it's normal. It was just my life. Got 3 sisters and I have 8 brothers.
Something that was fun for me to find out, because you had so many siblings, your older siblings were pregnant at the same time as your mom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have one niece that's older than me, and my mom, bless her heart, she had all 12, no twins, and she was very pregnant at 2 of my sister's weddings. My nephew Isaiah and my brother Grant are a month apart, I believe, roughly. They had the whole pregnancy experience together.
Mother and daughter.
Yeah. Isn't that bizarre?
Meg, I gotta be honest, it is. Like, that I can't comprehend, being pregnant with your mother.
I know. That's weird to me because I didn't see it. I was too young.
Explain how tall and large your brothers are.
Oh, they're big boys. Yeah, they're my younger brother. The audacity. My only sibling that is younger than me decides to be this giant 6'7" man. Like, can I get a couple of those inches?
When I saw a picture of you and your brothers, because you would tell stories about your family and growing up homeschooled, it's the homeschooled part that gets
Yes.
me. Because I was like,
Yeah.
you're the coolest person I've ever met. And I guess I just never associated that with being homeschooled, that's on me. That's a me
Yeah.
problem. That's a judgmental problem on
Yeah.
my end. And
No,
how
like there's, homeschoolers can be peculiar.
But you were a roofer? Are you still
Yes, I still do. I dabble in it.
you dabble in roofing?
Yes. Only because it's good money and, I help out my brother's company and
Oh my gosh. But here's the other thing. When you would tell me stories about growing up on this ranch, you would tell me stories about life flight just coming
Oh yeah.
multiple
Oh
times, as
yeah.
if this was a
Yeah.
regular thing for most families to be calling up life flight.
Yeah. Yep.
Can you just give a brief rundown of some different circumstances in which,
Okay.
severe medical attention was needed urgently?
Picture this. I'm probably 17, sitting in our living room. And like I said, I live on 40 acres. So we just kind of wandered. We just went on walks all day and got into all sorts of trouble. Very adventurous, too. I'm sitting in the living room, and my brother, Dave, walks in. Dave is the next sibling above me. So we're 2 years apart. And he just looks confused. He's looking around like he's never seen this place before. I'm looking at him thinking, this is bizarre. I don't say anything. And then he walks down the hall towards his room. And then he walks back out with the same face. And he was like, I don't remember anything. That's exactly what he said. And he's very concerned, like to tears concerned. And I'm like, I just saw The Vow. Oh, you know The Vow, the movie?
Oh, I know The Vow.
Yeah, I just saw that like a week before. And I'm like, explain anything. Like, do you know your name? I jump up, I run to my mom. I'm like, Mom, something's really wrong with Dave. He doesn't remember anything. And she like jumps up, starts panicking, and she's like, call 911. I call 911. Me. I did that. I'm on the phone with 911. I explain the situation, and they are just as confused as I am. They're asking me questions. Well, did he hit his head? And I'm like, I don't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't remember anything, lady. I told you what I know. I don't know. He looks a little dusty. We have four-wheelers and motorcycles. He could have gotten an accident, a wreck, and hit his head. And so she's like, okay, so an ATV accident. And I'm like, I don't know. It could be that. And so she starts like protocol. It's an ATV accident because we don't have anything else to go off of. Dave, he keeps asking the same questions. Like his memory is not going past a minute. We're starting to figure out he can't remember the last 2 weeks. All of us are huddled around him. And my two other brothers, oh my gosh, these guys, Grant and Brendan, come walking up and they're like, oh, what's wrong with Dave? What's going on with Dave? We don't know what's happening. Like we're on the phone with 911 and they're like, oh, that's weird. And they're just kind of standing there like looking at Dave. And then they were like, oh, he kind of fell out of a tree 30 minutes ago. And it's like, you're just now telling us that information? That didn't pop into your head? Well, oh, what happened to Dave? So this is what happened to Dave. Rewind a half hour. The boys, Dave, Brendan, and Grant, they make this ramp. My 40 acres, it's very hilly. And we have fences and gates that divide up our property for livestock. So we push our livestock into a certain corner of the property, and my brothers are super into bikes, like motorcycles, dirt bikes, and four-wheelers. And they are sick of going through the gates. They don't want to do it anymore. So they decide that they're going to build a ramp over one of our fences so they can just jump it and not have to get off their bike, mosey on over, open the gate, get back on their bike, ride through the gate. They're way too sophisticated for this in their minds. The idea is to go launch yourself off of the ramp and then you meet up with a hill that goes downwards. So you just have a smooth contact with the hill.
Descend down the rest of the
Descend
hill.
down, and
Yeah.
it's like this easy, smooth transition. They set up the ramp. It's next to this tree, and this tree has a limb that is blocking the ramp. So they're like, okay, we're going to cut down that limb so we can get it out of the way.
For sure.
Before they cut it down, they're like, you know what would be cool? Physically running off the ramp and jumping to the branch and grabbing it. Okay? It's an oak tree. The bark is very loose. And this branch is probably 22 inches round. So it's a good size. They're all like, okay, so who's gonna run and jump to the branch? And Dave said, it's gonna be me. I'm gonna be so cool if I do this. And Grant and Brendan are like, nice. All right. You first. He starts off and he just starts sprinting up the ramp, leaps to this branch, makes it. He makes it. But because the bark is so loose, he just instantly slips. And the momentum of his body swings him around and he flips midair. His face is now where his feet should be. And he goes flying down the hill. Grant and Brendan said that it was otherworldly when he hit the ground because his feet went to his head like a scorpion. But they said it wasn't even a scorpion. It was a taco. He folded in half.
I can't believe they're like, what happened to Dave? After witnessing him landing on his neck, basically, with his feet up on top of his head like a contortionist in Cirque du Soleil.
Yes. If you can't picture it, look up scorpion, and he is a very flexible lad. He is double jointed, so he can do all the crazy stuff. It was just a complete fold. We're like, all right, I tell 911. He fell out of a tree, basically, because I'm not going to explain that whole story to this 911 operator. And she's like, okay, do you know how far he fell? Was it above 10 feet? And I asked the boys. So they went down with a measuring tape. This is all while 911's on the phone. This is all happening, okay? So they go down and they measure it 14 feet. 14 feet he fell and landed on his face. And then his whole body just shoved him. He slid. His face just slid in that dirt as he was tacoing. And they have the audacity to ask what happened to Dave.
That's the part that kills me about this whole story. Is that it took them 15 minutes to even come up to the house. Didn't even assist
Like, that
him.
wasn't alarming? And get this, they like run off the ramp, they jump down on the other side of the fence, and they run down to Dave, and they're like, Dave, oh my gosh, dude, are you okay? Dave sits up and he's spitting out dirt. Oh man, that really hurt. And then Grant and Brendan stand up and they start bickering with each other about something. They're like an old married couple, I swear. These two, they just bicker back and forth all the time. They still do. And Dave gets up and walks up to the house by himself. They just let him leave after that. So apparently, if you fall over 10 feet on your head, it's an automatic life flight. Automatic.
Really?
Yeah. Just let you know, if you ever have something like that happen, just tell the 911 operator and you could just cut a lot of corners.
Yeah.
Just get straight to it.
We fell over 10 feet. Perfect. Choppers en route.
Yeah. They went and drove him down our dirt road and met in our neighbor's field for him to get into the helicopter and be life flighted.
Oh my gosh. How many times total was someone in your family life flighted?
I don't know. A lot. And I'm sure there was plenty of times that it needed to happen, but drive an hour to our hospital because it's an hour away from our house.
Isn't this the same brother that lost his leg and pinky in a motorcycle accident?
Different brother, but he was also life flighted.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Because yeah, you have a brother who had a leg amputation.
Yes. It was on a bullet bike. Quite graphic. I think it was probably like midnight. Was going 170, 80, something like that. It's
Something.
really easy to go really fast on bullet bikes. It is stupid how easy it is, you know, and it happens like that. He was flying down the road, didn't really think anybody would be out. So when he was taking a corner on one of the back roads, he kind of just went into the other lane slightly, and a car came around the corner and he just grazed the side of that van just bumped it. Like they didn't even have a dent in their vehicle. It was just enough to throw his bike off, and he slid 180 feet on his leg. So when you say amputated, it was gone in the crash. Like it was gone. There was no leg to be saved. He almost lost his entire right arm as well. So he lost his pinky and he lost a lot of his movement in his hand. He should have died. There's no reason for him not to. Severed the main arteries in his arm and leg. He really should not be alive today. Actually, when the paramedics got there, because we know the paramedics, shocker, right?
They were like, oh, the Fowlers again.
Yeah, they got on site and they walked over to him thinking that he was dead because it was just carnage.
Oh, for sure.
And they walked over and they started to like pick stuff up around him, and then he moved and the paramedic jumped. He got so scared. He was like, oh my gosh, this guy's alive. People come running over. The fire chief, we knew him really well, his wife who was there, and she was asking him questions. She asks him, what's your name? And he's like, Zach. What's your last name? And he's like, Fowler, because he had a helmet on.
Sure.
Can't see his face. And she was like, oh crap, this is a Fowler boy. She was a little bit startled and taken back by that. When they put him in the helicopter, she was for sure thinking he was going to die on the way there. She wasn't supposed to do this, but she called my parents. So she was thinking, if he is going to make it to the hospital, you might want to get there to say goodbye, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
My mom woke up, picked up the phone, heard who it was, handed the phone to my dad immediately, and just started getting dressed. My dad heard all the information, and then they jumped in their car and like flew to the hospital, and it was just crazy. And it was touch and go for like 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
It was intense.
So imagine me, just this, this girl from Utah, and we're just casually in China walking down the streets, and I'm telling some memory about going to a national park as a kid, and you're like, oh, that reminds me of the time that my brother got his leg amputated.
Oh my gosh,
every
dude.
single one of your stories is the next best story. Like, I don't think it can get crazier. And then you tell me another story about, you're like, oh, I totally forgot about this one time. Then you explain a story of like being out in the back of the truck with like wolves on the property. And you were like, yeah, we were just, chilling as teens trying to watch a movie or look at the stars or something. And you're like, and out of nowhere, there came this pack of wolves.
Coyotes.
Oh, my bad. The coyotes.
The coyotes, yeah.
Oh, just every time, Meg. You're just so cool. And you say it so casually, too, because I know that's your life. That's how you grew up, was just these insane things happening. And here's the thing, for anybody who has the privilege of knowing Meg, I have met members of her family, and I actually lived quite close to some of them. And I have been on some excursions with them. I've never been more scared in my life than when I went hiking with your brothers at, I don't know, midnight.
Classic.
Pitch black. We went to some abandoned hole in the ground, like a tunnel situation. Her brother almost died.
Nikki saved his life.
I did.
And he will admit it to this day. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nikki saved my life. Hands down. You did. You're a hero.
No, it was God. God saved his life because I couldn't see a dang thing in that pitch blackness. But he was climbing on this huge crate, the 6'7" one, mind you.
Yes.
So he's ginormous. I look like a child next to him. And I'm watching because they were like, do you want to join? Do you want to climb this hole with this huge crate thing over it? Like, no, you guys are insane. So I'm watching this all go down, and he's about to step into what looks like a bar or something. But then I realize right before he does it that is a hole to Avatar.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to take you to another planet. You will never return.
Another dimension.
Yeah, like, that is actually a portal that you're about to fall into. We have no idea how deep that is, but I realize it's not the black of the night. It is the black of a deep
nothing.
Like,
an abyss.
He goes to step on what he thinks is going to be a new ring. And I was like, Grant, there's nothing there. And then we look and we realize that would have been, oh, I don't know, 30-foot fall. Absolutely.
Dead.
100%. Like, we shine a light down, can't even see the bottom.
Oh, that's so scary. That's so freaky.
He's just casually like, oh, oops.
He tells me later that story. He's like, oh, she absolutely saved my life.
It was an adventure. I'm so glad I went because I've just, I believe it or not.
I'm glad you went too, and so is Grant.
Yeah. Oddly enough, I'm not usually around people like that. You don't find them on the suburbs of Lehigh.
Yeah.
But you introduced me to like a new brand of people.
Oh my God.
In the best way. In the best way.
Yeah.
I mean, Grant, sometimes I get anxiety watching his Instagram stories of him and like Brendan doing full wheelies on the freeway on their motorcycles with someone on the back. Middle of day traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is normal every day. That is the way that they live their life. It needs to be some sort of excitement.
Part of me is like, no, that's insane. But then when you get to know you guys, it just amps up your coolness level. It's like, I could never be on that level. I could never, ever get there.
I couldn't do it either, to be honest.
You're on a level of cool that I could never attain. Legitimate.
And this is why I say I am an illusion. You think I'm cool. You think I'm on another level. It's just, I just happen to be at the right place at the right time. You know? I just was thrown into this.
Yeah, you really were. One thing I want to discuss with all of my guests, the hills you will die on.
Okay.
So feel free to start.
Girls are funny. People saying girls aren't funny, it's like, are you kidding me?
To me, like the greatest compliment, truly, is if someone says I'm funny.
It is a huge compliment. It feels so good to make people laugh.
Being pretty, yeah, there's like an element to it of, you know, making yourself look nice, maybe some makeup, something like that. But I feel like that's either you got it or you don't, you know? This is talent. If I can make you laugh. This is honed.
Girls are hilarious.
Funniest people I've ever met are women.
Pee your pants. Funny.
Oh my gosh. Okay, can I share one?
Yeah, do it.
Hill I die on. Diva Cup is 1,000 times better than tampons. Tampons
Preach.
should no longer exist.
Absolutely. They're horrible.
And I feel like this had to be brought up with you today because you are the one that strongly contributed to my conversion. You were a missionary. You worked so hard because
I worked so you could live.
I was very against it. I was terrified, for one. But
Rightfully
I was also, I hate a mess. Sticky and wet make Nikki upset. You can commit that to memory.
Okay, it's locked in.
Yeah, I want that embroidered. I want to put it up in my house, you know, like a grandma where they have those little sayings, you know, like love lives here. I want mine to say sticky and wet make Nikki upset. I was so scared about that. But I had someone prior to you that was trying to convince me for about a year. Then I met you, and you were so converted that, you know, over time, your light really got into me. I saw that there was something different about you, and I became curious. What is it about you that makes you this way? And you told me about your diva cup. It was clearly something missing from my life.
Yeah.
My cramps were so bad. And with the promise that it would make them better, I was like, you know, what could hurt?
I told you, I was so transparent with you. But the positives far outweighed the negatives, you know?
At this point in time, there are no negatives for me. It's only positives. If you're on the fence about getting a Diva Cup, ladies, because I know that this podcast is only going to be listened to by the ladies, let us give you our sales pitch really quick.
Yes.
Our missionary work.
Blood sisters, if you will.
My biggest reasons for trying it was you told me how much it would help with my cramping. And when I looked into it more, I realized that when my body's cramping against a tampon, it's not cramping with me. And so then my body cramps harder because it's going, there's a foreign object in here. We got to get it out.
Right.
And the fact that tampons, they did not use menstrual blood to test them until August of last year.
That's terrible.
And the thought of toxic shock syndrome, very real.
Terrifying. Plus, just the chemicals inside of tampons are horrific. And that alone ups your like your hormones, which makes your cramps worse and your pH levels get all out of whack. It's so bad for you.
So I started using a Diva cup. Of course, there was a 2-month trial period or where it really took some time to figure out how it worked and how to put it in efficiently.
Yes.
How to take it out efficiently without getting
Yes.
dirty. You're going to have that. Expect that. It's going to be a couple months before it feels comfortable. But I cannot even tell you the reduction in my cramps. It went from what felt like 100% pain easily down to 40. And the fact that you can leave it in for 12 hours. You can sleep in it.
Amazing.
I only have to switch it out at night. Are we kidding?
Yeah. Reuse it every single time. You know, you don't need to ever get a new one unless, you know, something happens to it.
I put it in lemon juice after each period. Get that acid, make it smell nice, boil it every 6 months.
Genius.
I first started out with the regular just Diva cup from Walmart. It was working for a couple months. I liked it. But then I found that I was like leaking a little bit. So I called you. And then you told me, hey, it's probably not the right size for your vagina and like where your cervix is and all that.
Yeah.
So did some research, measured my cervix, and got myself a cup that fits. Ladies out there, please.
Yes.
I know it's
there are more options out there for you, women. And it's crazy that it's not more mainstream for women because it's better for the environment. It's better for your body. It's cheaper in the long run. It's just all around better. It's scary at first. There is a learning curve.
Don't make the mistake of pulling on the tab. That is not meant to be what pulls it out. That helps you get your seal, your little vacuum seal that you have. You have to pop the seal in order to get it out. So that was a learning curve. I looked up YouTube videos of, you know, tips and tricks, and they told me to put it in the shower. That was horrible advice. Yeah, don't do that. I was in tears. I mean, I was in my 20s. I had been a tampon user for years. I thought I could just get it in. No. I had my friend, shout out to Alexis, who she was my other missionary when it came to my Diva Cup journey. She stood outside my bathroom door, talked me through it. Within minutes, I had it in. If you can feel it, it's not in the right place. And it changed my life. It really did. So the hill I will die on is every woman should be using a Diva Cup.
The girl's girl.
Everyone get on that with us. DM me, let me know when you start your Diva Cup journey. If you need encouragement, if you want a good brand. I use the brand Salt, SAALT. This is not sponsored, not an ad. Sponsor me, please.
That's what I use too. I think you actually told me about it. Yes.
Yeah, it's just a classic student becomes a teacher situation. I like that brand, and it's done me well for 5 years. Let's do one more.
My hill that I will die on is that I have the top 3 best trilogies, like movie series. You know, I have them ranked number 3, How to Train Your Dragon. Amazing. Great. Every movie, it was just a banger. It had me in tears. Won't spoil anything, but man, it's a journey. Number 2, Batman The Dark Knight trilogy.
I knew you were going to say that one because I've never seen it. I know.
You gotta. Every single movie, it was so good. Because you think, how can it beat the first one? You know, when you hear that there's a second movie coming out, you're like, it's going to be rough, you know? But every single one of them was so good. The only thing that I had a hard time with was they changed Batman's love interest and they switched her out with a different actress. But that is the only thing. The Christian Bale trilogy, phenomenal.
Okay.
And then number 1, Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
come on, Nikki. Lord of the Rings will be number 1, I think, forever. Lord of the Rings was made like 20 years ago, and it still stands up to what's being done today. It is timeless. It is classic. I hope that they never remake it because they will never do it justice. It is literally art.
I think a lot of people agree with you on that. Do you watch the extended edition?
Oh, absolutely. I do not dabble in the regular cinematic versions. Not worth it.
I watched The Hobbit and the first one because I was dating a guy, because that was not a series I would pick out. But my trypophobia couldn't handle the trolls.
Really?
Yeah. There was a lot of elements that were really triggering to me.
In the trilogy, the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
The goblins.
Yes. They live
Yeah.
in the caves. Yeah, there's like tons of them. They're like ants, kind of.
Stop.
I'm sorry. I'm
Stop.
sorry.
Mm,
All right, I'll stop. See, but
mhm.
that's it. You can close your eyes for that part.
There was a lot that I actually had to close my eyes for. But here's the thing.
Oh.
I went into it thinking that Orlando Bloom was the main character.
I can see how
So-
you could be disappointed.
So I went in thinking that I was about to watch 3 hours of Orlando Bloom in his prime
Yeah.
with that long blonde white hair. He didn't even really enter the film until like an hour and a half in. And he had like what, 3 lines the whole movie? Heard of
Nikki,
that.
you haven't seen all 3?
No.
We need to plan that day.
I would definitely be willing to try again, but it needs to be some sort of group effort. I'm either coming to California or the next time you're in Utah. We're going to plan a staycation. Meg, this has been so fabulous. I have loved every second of this. This is going to be really hard to edit because we talked for 4 hours.
I am so sorry.
No, are you kidding me? This is a privilege.
We're a couple of chatty Cathys.
It's amazing to me that I've met so many cool, incredible people all over the world.
Yeah, you are very lucky.
I consider myself to be one of the luckiest people in the world, truly, because I have met just the coolest people in the most amazing places. I don't know why on earth Heavenly Father let me have those experiences, but I feel so incredibly blessed to know you.
Yeah.
And I love you so dearly.
I love you too, so very much. You know how people pray for angels, you know, for God to send and help? I feel like you are one of my angels. People think like, oh, figuratively, you know, God will send his angels and lift you up. But I think that he sends them in friends and people around you. And I truly believe that you are such a light and an angel to so many people, not only me. So I feel very lucky to be one of those people in your life.
Thanks, Meg. I adore you. I'm obsessed with you. And I cannot wait until we get together again, because the people, they're going to need more of the life flight stories. I already know.
Oh, man.
That was a teaser, people.
Yeah.
Of the stories that Meg has to share. I love you so much, my friend. Oh, do you want to end us?
Okay.
All right, Meg, close us out.
Thanks for listening to our thoughts on life.
Because this has been Life According to Nikki. You nailed that.
I can never be an actor.